Good morning, ladies. I just got my little butt out of bed not too long ago. Got myself some coffee. I'm almost half through that, or more than half through that, and I am ready to go through this little signature here and make sure everything is where I want it and how I like it. And then we'll sew it into our little I don't know what this is called, book cloth. I don't know. I'm just doing this because I don't want to see my threads on the outside of the book. So I did notice that on this CD sleeve, that if it's going to be in the journal, I noticed that I don't have much room here if I wanted to tuck something in there. So I'm going to take that out, and I'm just going to kind of try to trim that down a little more so that I can put things in and out of there. So I don't know if I can kind of maybe do this. Yes, that will work, I think. And I'll just cut that down a little bit. Not quite sure how far down I want to go, but I want it to be able to reach in and out of that pocket when it's in the journal. And I think that's a little better. I think we can get stuff in and out of there easier. Or should I go straight across? I don't know. I'm going to leave it. But let's flip through. So we got the little bag, the little time card, the CD sleeve. Yeah. That feels to me like it moved. The wallpaper. I think I like my placement of everything. I think. Now, is there anything else I should add? I think it's pretty good. Just lining these up so when I sew them in, they'll all be lined up where I want them placed in here. I think I should put some tape down the center of this. So I'm just going to use some masking tape like I did with the music paper, music sheets. It'll just make me feel better about putting that in there. I think I'm just going to put the one piece, because I noticed on the music paper it made it kind of really thick, too thick. But I left it because I didn't dare pull it off, so I didn't want to rip it. There we go. And then that. Okay. I think I'm happy with that. Okay. So let's sew this in to our faux spine. There's a word for it, or false spine. I folded this in half and just put a crease down the middle there. I'm going to try to center this in here the best I can. And then I'm going to center this piece in the cover as best I can. So it's going to go like that. Let me get my clip. I wish I had a couple more bigger clips. I have oops, I don't know what I just dropped, but it didn't sound good. Okay. So I'm just going to clip this all together. Like that. As best I can. I'm keeping it so it's kind of still folded. So everything will lay in really good together. Okay, so that's not going to hold that piece, but that's okay. I got this kind of holding it. And I'm just going to poke my holes. So I need my awl. I'll be right back. I'm just going to do the famous 3-hole pamphlet stitch. That's what I feel most comfortable doing. So I want to make sure I get right in the middle of that bag. So I don't know if you guys can see, but I'm just going to close this as I poke through so everything goes through the middle. We got a lot of layers here, so okay, there's one. And I'm going to poke that right about there and go through. I'm kind of twisting my awl a little bit to just kind of help it go through a little bit easier. And then I'm going to go right about here. There we go. Okay. Now, I debated on whether to put another layer on, I'll show you, on this piece, but I think it will be strong enough. I think it will hold as long as I glue the dickens out of it. So I think we'll be okay. And I think it will be in there nice and sturdy once it's finally glued in. My needles. So I always start in the middle. Come through and leave a little tail. Then I go through the top hole. And then through the bottom. And then back through the middle. I'm just going to pull this tight so that I don't split my threads, and kind of close my book a little bit so it'll go in better, hopefully. And there. Let me put my needle in my thing here. Get that out of the way. Okay, so I have a tail on each side of this middle thread, and I'm going to take these off now because they're bugging me. They're in my way. And I am just going to pull these threads tight. I want to make sure they are tight. I don't like it when it gets loose. So I just want to make sure those threads are really good and tight. So I pull pretty hard. And I can because you know, I don't pull that hard, but you know, I'm pulling pretty good. That thing is just bugging me. I'm sorry about the glare right there. But that gauze was in my way. So then I usually do, I feel like 2 is not enough, 2 knots. So I usually do 3. There we go. There. Okay. So that part is done. So this is what it looks like in the back. Oops. Hold on. Let me tuck that in. And then we are going to glue this whole entire piece to our cover. So I'm going to use the Fabri-Tac, and I'm going to probably use the rest that's in my bottle. Let me just double check something before I do any gluing. I want to make sure this is straight. And I want to make sure that goes right in that crease. This could come down a little bit. Okay. That's what it's going to look like. All right. So, and this is, you'll probably want a good bone folder or something that you can press this down with really good too. So let's start gluing. I'm being very generous with this stuff. And I'm only going along this, starting along the stitching. And then down the spine really, really good. I want to make sure that that middle part is glued really good. And I kind of have to work fast because Fabri-Tac dries really fast. So I'm gonna try to kind of hurry a little bit. All right, guys. Here comes the scary part. Make sure we get this on here straight. So you don't have much time to lollygag really with the Fabri-Tac. So I just want to make sure I get that centered. Oh my goodness. Scary. Okay. So I'm just going to take my bone folder and press it down really good. Really, really good. Both sides. And if you can, get in there where you're underneath, where your threads are, and push that down too. So right here I can go underneath. Okay, so I'm going to do the other side, the back side. You guys, that is down. I don't think I like this. I don't like how that's doing that, but I got my signature a little tiny bit crooked, but it's not bad. It's not real bad. It's just a little bit crooked. So you can kind of tell right here. But I got it down now. There's no coming, but there's no going back. There's no going back. So I'm not going to beat myself up for that little bit of, it's just off a little bit. So I'm not going to beat myself up for that. Just making sure that middle is down. Okay. Oh, it's going to feel so good once it's bulked out a little bit and filled up. Feels so nice in the hand. Okay, let's look through. I just kind of like to go and, you know, press down my pages and just kind of get them used to being in their permanent home now. So yeah, that's all I do. We get a lot accomplished. That's kind of a scary thing when you do that binding. You know, I don't really know what it's called. I'm just looking now. See, I'm really close up here, and I'm really I have some space down here, so just want to point that out. I could have come down a little bit more, but I'm not going to sweat the small stuff. You guys don't know. You don't know. I'm a little bit of a perfectionist. But I have to change my evil ways. It will be fine. And it's too early in the morning for me to worry about it. There's bigger things in life to worry about, right? Right. Okay. So this is our journal so far. Some lucky winner is going to get, and I hope you guys are liking it so far. Oh yeah, you know what I need to do is cut the end of that other bag. It's coming up. It's coming up here somewhere. There it is. We gotta open that up. Okay. Well, there you go, ladies. That's how that part's done. I'm not sure what we're going to do in the next video, but we got the biggest part done. Now comes the fun, and that is decorating. There. Okay, I'll see you on the next video. Bye.